Okay, so we have some official news about Sameko Saba. Now, obviously, if you guys don't know, I've been covering Sameko Saba, who is pretty much Gawr Gura's new indie debut VTuber, which is releasing, and it seems that we finally have a date for the actual debut and some more information on her character model and everything like that. And well, for some reason, I had the kind of feeling that this was going to be the day it came out. We hadn't heard anything in a little while. I haven't made a video in a little while. And yeah, it seems like we do have an official date which is coming out, which is June 28th, which they put in this post. Let's just play the trailer and then let's talk about the actual, trailer and what we can expect to see going forward. So let's take a look. Okay, so already, oh my god, okay, already a quick look at the model there. It seems like she's got some kind of furry ears, which is interesting, especially considering the model type. Damn, there's the crab and stuff, obviously, from the previous trailer. Okay. Obviously, there you go, June 28th. So that is going to be the official day that Saba is going to be streaming. Obviously, there's probably going to be some more news about, what time this is going to be exactly, and what we can expect to see and how this is actually going to go down. But people are very, very excited for this, and this is going to be probably one of the biggest VTuber debuts we've seen in a little while. And is it going to be the biggest one ever? I don't know, maybe not, but obviously Gawr Gura was such a massive VTuber, obviously with Hololive. And then if you guys don't know, essentially, she left Hololive due to some differences with the management team and ended up going over to Sameko Saba, which we know now. And they've been pretty much essentially just going and posting all these little teasers that we've seen, obviously with the Yoho one at the start, and then it's like another teaser, and we got closer and closer and closer until we got the official one here. Now, obviously, let's just take a quick look at the model itself. Obviously, we know that she's going to be a blonde character. We saw that from a from the previous one here. We actually had a little sneak peek of blonde hair and a tail, and obviously it seems like they're going to be continuing the style of a fish aquatic type character with obviously a lot of the beach stuff as well. But what's really interesting me right now is the fact that she's got furry ears there, which makes me think it's part maybe cat girls, something like that, something along those lines, but also part fish, which is going to be a very interesting model, 100%. And obviously, as we saw as well, you could see obviously her arm there. And then we also got the silhouette of the character there, which looks very, very top heavy. I don't know if you guys agree with me here. Obviously, it looks like, her head looks so big there compared to the body, which is much smaller. But I'm going to be very interested to see, what the actual design looks like, because, again, they've gone for this kind of mix between, a fish aquatic, some kind of thing with a tail, and, a cat, or, a dog, or whatever animal this is supposed to be, maybe a fox, I don't know. But again, it's very interesting, and obviously we have this running theme of this crab as well. I don't know if this crab is going to play a part into some of the characters, whether it's going to be a companion kind of character or something like that, because sometimes you do have VTubers who have companion characters which essentially just feature throughout the kind of branding and stuff like that, which would be really cool to have a little crab thing. I think that'd be very unique and different, and we've seen it many times with other people as well, which yeah, I think obviously it adds to the overall character design itself. But as I said, Saba has been gearing up for this debut for a while, and obviously we kind of knew that there was going to be a debut announcement very, very soon, and today just happens to be the day. And I think, as I said, they've gone through a very meticulous and I guess scheduled approach to this debut, rather than just going fully out and just going live and just sending it, essentially, because that's what we've seen with other people. For example, if we saw with Twisty, the whole drama with Twisty, she essentially went instantly live the next day with some random VTuber model. But it seems like Saba has gone the kind of more the correct route, I would say, the easier route, or I guess the more hype building route of making a, building up this model, making a good model, having some branding behind it. Obviously, we got the logo, we got the debut announcement, we got the animations. So hopefully there's, more stuff planned. And obviously we've looked through the kind of files and stuff that has been, to do with patenting some of this kind of likeness, copywriting a lot of it, and also kind of getting some stuff underway, including merch, which is going to be very interesting to see if they announce that, directly on the stream or not. Now, obviously, if you guys want to go catch the Saba live stream. I'm pretty sure it will be over on their YouTube channel. All they've kind of advertised is their YouTube over on their Twitter, so I think they will be primarily a YouTube streamer. Maybe they might delve into a bit of multi-streaming now that VTubers are now kind of opening up to the fact of multi-streaming. We've seen that Twitch really does not like VTubers at the moment, especially with a lot of the bans going on. But hey, maybe we would see Saba as maybe reaching out to other platforms, but so far it seems like just YouTube. So again, if you guys want to go watch it, it'll be over at YouTube on the 28th of June. And as I said, we should get some more information on what the exact timing is on that, and you know, when we will actually be able to see it. But you know, it's been 8 minutes and it's already got 10,000 likes and 44,000 views, and obviously this is going up even further. You know, people say she's got fluffy ears, you know, Kitsu getting very excited for this, you know, Tiger being like hype, Rev, you know, saying it's peak. So many people are very excited for this, being I'm cancelling all my plans, I'm sick to everything. He said, is she a catfish? I can see the funny ears and a fishtail. Maybe that is the, maybe, oh wait, they're actually onto something there. Maybe she is a catfish. Obviously, if you don't know, catfish are like a type of fish out there, and obviously it would be quite funny to play on the word, because obviously a catfish isn't a literal cat. I mean, I think that should be pretty obvious. A catfish isn't a literal cat, but if you play on the words and kind of, you know, make them half cat, half fish, using the power of VTubing modeling skills or whatever you want to call it, then obviously I think that could actually be pretty cool. And, you know, I'm very excited to see what this could be like. You know, people saying hype train has left the station. You know, this is how many replies we're getting just in the first like 10 minutes. You know, catfish, Saba soon. I'm so excited. You know, people are very excited. We've got Spite here. Obviously, Spite has been involved in a lot of VTuber stuff lately, has been in the news with VTubers, and has done really well for herself recently. You know, she's kept up that average viewership ever since the Cinder stuff. And it's obviously commenting on this saying, yeah, let's go, you know, says soon, you know, she's still, okay, I don't want to say that one, but obviously, yeah, we got the ears, the hairstyle is so cute, I'm excited, OMG, the catfish is real, you know, catfish, see you there. So honestly, I think, yeah, everybody is alluding to this potentially being a catfish model, which again is a really funny play on words, and I really like the fact that they've done this, and I'm really excited to see what Saba can bring in terms of her stream and what she can bring in the future, because as I said in my previous videos, you know, her going indie is going to allow her to do so much more in terms of events, in terms of collabs and things. It's going to be interesting to see who she kind of hangs out with in terms of collaborations, if she does at all, because obviously there is a big plethora of indie VTubers out there who would probably love to work with Saba, and you know, it might be more of an opportunity now she's out of Hololive to now you know, kind of spread out and kind of introduce herself to some other VTubers out there who are also in the EN space, which again, we'll have to wait and see if there's any kind of plans with that. And obviously maybe there will be a schedule that comes out after the not the graduation, she's not graduating yet, she's debuting after the debut. So again, you know, maybe we will see, you know, something come out about that. But that is essentially all of the news that we have on Saba at the moment. Obviously, it's already been shared over on the Saba Sameko Reddit, and you know, all of the other Reddits pertaining to it. But again, very exciting news, and I can't wait to see what actually comes from this, what Saba is like, and what she can achieve in the future, not just with this debut, but also with future projects, future videos, future streams, future everything, essentially, because again, it's essentially like a fresh start for her. And it's going to be very exciting to see what happens with that. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys are going to be watching her, and you know, what you guys think about this new model, because again, I am very happy with it. I think it looks pretty good, at least from what we've seen. But hey, we'll have to wait and see for that live stream to see what it officially looks like. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go over to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off again. We've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.